I started at 23, right out of grad school. At 27, I became the youngest managing director in the firm's history. I ran a department. As I said, was really successful really early. At 31, I was on the executive committee of the firm. And at 34, I was a jerk. And, the journey was we were making lots of money, way beyond any imagination. We were children in a candy shop. It was just crazy times.
He doesn't sell products, chase fame, or post on social media. Yet when global markets shake, governments listen to him. Larry Fink is the man behind the world's largest asset manager, controlling financial decisions that quietly shape economies, industries, and millions of lives. From a devastating early career loss to building a firm that manages trillions of dollars, Fink's journey is not about luck or hype. It's about understanding risk, power, and long-term control. In this video, we take a deep look inside the life, mindset, and influence of the man many consider one of the most powerful figures in global finance, background, and early life. Lawrence Douglas Fink was born on November 2nd, 1952, in Los Angeles, California. He grew up in a middle-class Jewish family where discipline and education were strongly valued. His father owned a shoe store, and his mother was an English professor, creating an environment that balanced business sense with academic thinking. From an early age, Fink developed an interest in how systems worked, especially those involving structure, rules, and long-term outcomes. This early exposure would later influence how he viewed financial markets and risk. Larry Fink attended the University of California, Los Angeles, where he earned a bachelor's degree in political science. He later completed an MBA in real estate at UCLA's Anderson School of Management. Unlike many future Wall Street leaders who focused purely on finance, Fink's education gave him a broader perspective on economics, policy, and decision-making. This combination of political awareness and financial understanding would become a defining trait of his career: how he made money. Larry Fink's early career began at First Boston, a major investment bank, where he specialized in mortgage-backed securities. During the late 1970s and early 1980s, he became one of the pioneers in building the market for these financial products. His success was rapid, and he generated significant profits for the firm, earning a reputation as a rising star on Wall Street. However, in 1986, a major interest rate shift caused losses of nearly $100 million in Fink's division. This moment became one of the most important turning points in his life. Instead of ending his career, the failure reshaped his philosophy.
Analytics, the firm actually gave me more capital to put more money to work. And then obviously in 1986, the second quarter, after a record first quarter, we lost $100 million, and then the firm woke up to the amount of risk we were taking. Now today, $100 million is not that big a loss. Back then, that was a lot of money to lose.
Fink realized that the biggest weakness in finance was not ambition, but poor risk management. This lesson would later define everything he built. In 1988, Larry Fink co-founded Blackrock as a risk management and asset management firm. Initially operating under the Blackstone Group, Blackrock focused heavily on transparency, data, and long-term risk control. Over time, Blackrock separated and grew independently. Under Fink's leadership, the firm expanded rapidly, managing assets for governments, pension funds, and institutions around the world. Today, Blackrock manages over $9 trillion in assets, making it the largest asset manager globally.
I said in the editorial that we can't rely on deficits. I mean, we don't talk enough about our deficits right now. And I do believe we're going to have to rely more on the private capital, private sector. That's what President Trump's talking about in some of the new policies, and we'll see how that rolls out. So if I had a crystal ball, I would tell you right now that the sectors that are going to grow the most in the capital markets and the private space will be infrastructure.
Fink's wealth primarily comes from his long-term leadership role and equity stake in Blackrock. Daily habits and work routine. Larry Fink is known for his disciplined and methodical leadership style. Unlike flashy executives, his daily routine revolves around preparation, data analysis, and strategic conversations. He is deeply involved in high-level decision-making and spends much of his time reviewing economic trends, global risks, and investment strategies. Fink believes that consistency and clarity are more important than speed when managing institutions of massive scale. One of his most notable habits is communication. Larry Fink is famous for his annual letters to CEOs, where he outlines BlackRock's views on risk, sustainability, and long-term value creation. These letters are closely followed by corporate leaders and governments alike. Fink's routine emphasizes informed decision-making, calm leadership, and a focus on decades rather than quarters, which sets him apart in the financial world. Where he lives, Larry Fink maintains a relatively private lifestyle compared to many high-profile billionaires. He has lived primarily in New York, for much of his career close to the center of global finance. His choice of residence reflects practicality and proximity to his professional responsibilities rather than public display. Fink is known to value privacy and stability, avoiding excessive media exposure about his personal living arrangements. His lifestyle aligns with his broader philosophy. Influence does not require visibility, and power does not need constant attention. Properties he owns. While Larry Fink has accumulated significant wealth, his approach to property ownership is conservative compared to celebrity entrepreneurs. He owns high-value real estate, but his properties are largely treated as long-term assets rather than symbols of luxury. Larry Fink is reported to own a primary residence in New York City, where he lives close to BlackRock's headquarters, maintaining a low-profile lifestyle despite his wealth. Public sources also cite a vacation home in Colorado, Vail area, a discreet location commonly chosen by Wall Street executives for privacy rather than luxury display. Fink's real estate choices focus on comfort, security, and longevity. This approach mirrors his investment philosophy, which prioritizes stability and sustainable value over short-term gains or public recognition. Investments. Larry Fink's most significant investment influence comes through BlackRock itself. As CEO, he oversees trillions of dollars invested across global markets, including equities, bonds, real estate, and infrastructure. BlackRock's technology platform, Aladdin, plays a crucial role in risk analysis for institutions worldwide, including governments and central banks. Fink has also been a vocal advocate for long-term investing and sustainability. Under his leadership, BlackRock has emphasized environmental, social, and governance factors as part of risk management, arguing that climate risk is financial risk. During major global crises, including the 2008 financial crisis and the COVID-19 pandemic, BlackRock advised governments on stabilizing financial markets. Through these roles, Larry Fink has become one of the most influential figures in global finance, shaping decisions far beyond his personal investments. Personal life. Larry Fink is married and has 3 children. Despite his immense influence, he keeps his family life largely out of the public eye. Those who know him describe him as reserved, focused, and deeply committed to his responsibilities. Fink has spoken about the importance of trust, responsibility, and long-term thinking, not just in business, but in life as well. He is also involved in philanthropy and educational initiatives, supporting causes related to education, leadership, and community development. His personal life reflects balance and discipline rather than extravagance, aligning closely with the values he promotes professionally. A glimpse into his life and holdings. Larry Fink's life represents a different kind of power. He is not a celebrity entrepreneur, nor does he build consumer products. Instead, his influence operates quietly through capital allocation, risk management, and long-term decision-making that shapes the global economy. From a major career setback to leading the world's largest asset manager, Fink's journey is built on lessons learned from failure and a deep understanding of risk. His holdings, habits, and leadership style. Reveal a man focused on stability, responsibility, and impact. Larry Fink's story shows that some of the most powerful figures in the world do not seek attention, yet their decisions affect millions of lives. This glimpse into his life highlights why his role matters, now more than ever. If you found this breakdown valuable, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay with us as we continue exploring the lives of the people who quietly control the world's biggest decisions.